24 with the Bears becoming 10 and 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Fields going to throw right away. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. To the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick six on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick six.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. On on second and a long way to go. Fields. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. First carry for Elijah Mitchell. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle from 17 yards out. And the Niners are looking good here. The season openers are able to extend their lead. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live foot. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40. But he'll get no further as he's brought down within sight of the goal line inside the 20. But all he'll get is knowledge that the extra point was no good.
You and I have not met a coaching staff yet that likes to coach negative situations. You know, even plant that in their head. But you have to work on what happens if you get an extra point blocked, because now they can pick it up and return it for 2 points. You have to go over that.
Nice job to get back there and make the tackle, preventing them from getting all the way. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play action. Now it's Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And he's got room.
52 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him,
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The hard-hitting safety, Jimmy Ward, picking up the sack that time.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
Cairo Santos on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 33.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he coughed it up. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills and, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Fields now to throw.
There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Running right, Jones. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
To throw is Fields.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And the pressure gets to him again.
That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Eric Armstead. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At the 34.
On play action, Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. And open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Now Lance going to throw.
Shoves him aside. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go, set.
They'll run with Mitchell. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Ready? Once more with Mitchell.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. Third and goal. They'll try to run with Mitchell. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Elijah Mitchell, his first rushing touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers continue to pull away here in this first half. Gold with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Pettis now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Bears take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
And now here is another interception. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now Fields.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas.
And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. Finding room at midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners will take over here at their own 12-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about. Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, move. Field, black. Roster, 6.
Lance looking to throw it. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. From the 50, here's Fields. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Now Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Fields eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bears are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. And he pushed it right. It's no good.
And no good. Carlos Santos, the kickoff for Chicago.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a play fake. Lance checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll bite, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, it's Lance. Under pressure, they got him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
The kick by Gold is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
And he's... to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. Throwing on third down, Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll go with Jones. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Now it's Fields.
Got an open man, it's Pringle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Fields. And firing a deep ball for Kmet.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 4th down, Fields.
And my goodness, another interception. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now Lance. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17.
This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Back to throw, Fields.
He completes it to Jones. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On 1st down, it's Fields.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense so far on third down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They'll run it with Jones. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Niners take over in field position.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Off play action, Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Fields on 1st down.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The kick by Gold is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields finds Komet on the quick slant.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On first down, Fields. And again, back to Kmet. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go, set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. Robert Quinn is the one who burst in there to blow that play up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That one 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds. And, my goodness, another interception. And the 49ers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for San Francisco, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.
I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained.
What I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wilding out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get a chance to take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This here rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.